Dharmam in the matter of duty.
Dharmam in the matter of duty.
Dharmam in the matter of duty.
Partha Sri Arjuna.
Partha Shri Arjuna.
Partha Sri Arjuna.
Krishnena by Lord Krishna.
Krishnena by Lord Krishna.
Krishnena by Lord Krishna.
Todita being encouraged.
Todita being encouraged.
Udita being encouraged.
Na Aichat did not like.
Na Ikshat did
Na
not like.
Aichat did not like.
Hantum to kill.
Hantum
Antum
kill.
to kill.
Guru Sutam, the son of his teacher.
Guru Sutam, the son of his
Guru
teacher.
Sutam, the son of his teacher.
Yadyapi, although.
Yadyapi, although.
Yadyapi, although.
Atmahanam, murderer of sons.
Atmahanam, murderer of sons.
Atmahanam, murderer of sons.
Mahan, very great.
Mahan, very great.
Mahan, very great.
Canto 1, chapter 7, text 40. One second. Translation, please. Sutta Goswami said,
Sutta Goswami
Sutta
said,
Goswami said,
although Krishna was examining Arjuna in religion,
although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion,
encouraged Arjuna to kill the sons of Dronacharya.
encouraged Arjuna to kill
the son of Dronacharya.
Dronacharya.
Arjuna, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him.
Arjuna,
a great soul,
did not like the idea of killing him.
Although Ashwatthama was a heinous murderer of Arjuna's family members.
although Ashwatthama was a heinous murderer of
Arjuna's
Arjuna's family members.
Report.
Arjuna was a great soul undoubtedly, which is proved here also. He is encouraged herein personally by the Lord to kill the son of Drona. But Arjuna considers that the son of his great teacher should be spared, for he happens to be the son of Dronacharya, even though he is an unworthy son, having done all sorts of heinous acts whimsically for no one's benefit.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Oh my God. Hey, there are more. There are more purport.
Okay. Lord Sri Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly just to test Arjuna's sense of duty. It is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of his duty, nor was Lord Sri Krishna unaware of Arjuna's sense of duty. But Lord Sri Krishna puts to the test many of his pure devotees just to magnify the sense of duty. The gopis were put to such tests as well. Prahlad Maharaj was also put to such a test. All pure devotees come out successful in the respective tests by the Lord.
Hari Om Tat Sat. So wonderful. Om Jnanati Virandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chaksharun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swamin Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katha Dhamadhaya Nagara Grama Tarine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadhi Paschatya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Gopala Govinda Ram Sri Vadhusudanam Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangun Langai Tegiri Matkripatamam Mande Sri Gurum Dinatariram Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So it's amazing. See, the purport makes it more relishable of this particular world. So beautiful, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So he is so wonderful. Sutta Goswami said, although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion, encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him, although Ashwatthama was a heinous murderer of Arjuna's family members. So now Krishna is testing. And how does Krishna test? Krishna will give you the question paper and he will give you the answer and then he will test. This is the beauty of Krishna. He is not like Maya. Okay? Maya will test you to ensure you will fail. And Krishna will test to ensure you will pass. This is the difference between Krishna. Who is the well-wisher? Now you can see. Though Maya is the greatest devotee and we offer our all respectful obeisances unto her lotus feet, but still, who is real well-wisher of us? So, our true well-wisher is Krishna. When Krishna is testing, he will not simply empower you, encourage you, energize you, and then test it. No. He will give you the proper knowledge also, and he will give you the question paper, answer, everything is there inside. And then he will test you. This is the beauty. And here Krishna, after all, is not asking question in the test. Okay, he's asking you to do. Krishna's tests are very practical, devotional service. Krishna with which you are having any transaction is a devotional service. It is act. It is not speech. It is act. So with Krishna, when we directly deal, it is all full of actions, you can see. So that is devotional service. Now, in the previous verses, like yesterday, Shantha Gopi Mataji has taken us through the sequence of instructions or speeches, the beautiful lotus words from Krishna. So he was telling that, Arjuna, you should not show mercy by releasing this relative of Brahmana, Brahma Bandhu. So he is indicating that this boy is not a Brahmana. He is only a relative of Brahmana. Point number one. Then he has killed innocent boys in their sleep. So Krishna has not induced personal anger in Arjuna, telling that, see, he killed your son, this, that. No. He is very impartially speaking. Krishna is impartial in speech. So he is telling that he killed innocent boys in their sleep. Who are the boys? The boys were Arjuna's son, Draupadi's sons, right? So one of the son is Arjuna's son also. Anybody son of Panchapandava is the sons of all the Panchapandavas. They are not like Dhritarashtra. They don't have that. Like this, even in the brotherhood, you saw that this Nakula and Sakhadev, they took as their own brother, not cousin or not these things, stepbrother or something. So this is the beauty of their quality. But still, Krishna impartially, he was telling that this guy has killed innocent boys in their sleep. And then Krishna is giving the question paper here. A person who knows the principles of religion does not kill an enemy who is careless, intoxicated, insane, asleep, afraid, or devoid of his chariot. nor does he kill a boy, a woman, a foolish creature, or a surrendered soul. So many things, Krishna is giving the full, releasing the question paper completely. And a cruel and wretched person who maintains his existence at the cost of others' lives deserves to be killed. Now Krishna is, preparing his question paper. So for his own well-being. So this is a well-being of the person who killed. Otherwise, he will go down by his own action. And then Krishna is putting the question. Furthermore, I have personally heard you promised Draupadi that you would bring forth the head of the killer of her sons. And then Krishna tells, kill him immediately. Kill him immediately because he is assassin. He is murderer of your own family members. Not only that, he has dissatisfied his master. So Krishna has put all the points against him, but impartially he was releasing all the beautiful information and then testing Arjuna. So this is the way Krishna tests, Krishna's test, we always will pass. A pure devotee can easily pass, or a follower of a pure devotee can easily pass Krishna's test. That is the beauty. Because now somebody may be in confusion by looking at the previous words that Krishna said, kill him immediately. And Krishna has already induced for war in the Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna has decided to destroy them. It is Krishna's plan that Ashwatthama should die. So I must kill him. But no, Arjuna is taking decision based on Guru Sadhu Shastra. And Krishna is not, inducing any personal motivation in Arjuna. He was just giving all the required information, knowledge, and then testing Arjuna very simply. Such a simple test for Arjuna. This is such a simple test. For Arjuna, this is not at all tough test. Only Maya is tough. Krishna is most easy to, pass the tests. So Arjuna, what decision that he is making here? And that we will be seeing in this thing. So can you go to the words and the meaning? Little above, yes. Yeah. So here, Naichat Dantum Guru Sutam. You see here the Naichat means he did not like Hantum to kill Guru Sutam, the son of his teacher. So this is one point Arjuna is considering. Arjuna's decision is, he thought, although Ashwatthama, he is criminal. He is to be killed actually. But I am going to kill him on account of my sons or our sons being killed by him. So he is Brahma Bandhu. He is not a Brahmana. He is Brahma Bandhu. Secondly, he is a criminal. He is a criminal. And if I kill Ashwatthama, what will happen? He thinks foresight. Arjuna will think with all the consideration, all the points. When Krishna speaks, Arjuna very attentively hears. Every word Krishna has spoken till now, he has very clearly heard. He is completely surrendered soul. And after hearing, he will consider, he will deliberate on the act, whether if I kill him, Krishna will be pleased. Or if I don't kill him, Krishna will be pleased. The only question Arjuna has is, which of my act, killing or not killing, will please Krishna? And which will also satisfy all the Vedic injunctions, so that definitely Krishna will be pleased. So in this way, Arjuna will be deliberating on the point as to what I should do. So if I kill Ashwatthama, what will happen? Now his mother is there. His mother is living only because of Ashwatthama, his life. Otherwise, in those times of Varnashrama Dharma, when childrenless mother, when the husband dies, immediately she will also die along with her husband. You can see, have we seen that? Not yet, right? No, we haven't seen, I think. Gandhari, she will die along with Dhritarashtra. Despite she had 100 sons, but nobody was living, so she will not maintain her life after the husband is dead. That is part of Varnashrama Dharma. And here, not Kripi, what is her name? Dronacharya's wife, Ashwatthama's mother, she's living. Why she is living even after Dronacharya died? Because she has a son. Because the son is living. That is the, see how and all Arjuna is thinking. So like that, then she would be very unhappy and she has no meaning to live. So for the sake of spiritual master or teacher, Dronacharya was dead in the fight and his wife was living. So Arjuna and Draupadi both will consider the grief of wife of Dronacharya. That is one point. Second point, he will consider also that how much Draupadi was crying when her sons were killed. Now, if I kill this Ashwatthama, how much the Dronacharya's wife will be crying. So many different perspective Arjuna is thinking, deliberating on this. So what will be the effect, the impact of killing this particular criminal? This is what Arjuna will deliberate based on the knowledge given by Krishna, and what will please Krishna. So this is the thing that Arjuna will be thinking, not that, oh, this person is, killer of my sons. He made my wife cry. I will make his mother cry and I will kill him. No, any kind of aggressive, foolish decision Arjuna will take. So this is the beauty we will see in the further two slokas. Shantha, Gopi, you want to add anything or we'll go to the next?
Mukam karodi vachalam pangum langayati kripatamaham mande Sri Gurum Dinakarinam Paramanandamakum Sri Chaitanyeshwaram. So, Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhastai Bhutale Shrimati Jayapataka Swami Nitinam Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradhan Kamadavai Nagramata Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Bhastai Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pasthati Devasani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here very beautiful purport Prabhupada is giving that Lord Sri Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly just to test Arjuna's sense of duty. It is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of his duty, nor was Lord Krishna unaware of Arjuna's sense of duty. But Lord Sri Krishna puts to test many of his pure devotees just to magnify the sense of duty. The gopis were put to such tests as well. Prahlad Maharaj also was put to such a test. All pure devotees come out successful in the respective tests by the Lord. So this proves that when we be a pure devotee, when we aspire to be a pure devotee, or when we are fully surrendered to a pure devotee, we also become successful in the test of the Lord. In Krishna consciousness, there is no failure. All the tests are given to pass. Yesterday, I just want to recall, yesterday we were having one session of glories of Guru Maharaj. That one of the Prabhu, he was telling that his brother-in-law, they are quite rich, but brother-in-law is doing some good business, but he failed. He is standing 16 rounds following regulative principles, and he is illiterate. So he and his sister, brother-in-law and sister, they failed in the initiation test. So they totally failed like this and rejected initiation, something like that. Not rejected, they were told that you have failed. And, like that. So when this was, that Prabhu told that to Guru Maharaj in a casual speech, he was telling many things, and in between he said that somehow my brother-in-law is illiterate, but he failed. Then Guru Maharaj said, nobody can fail. They should never fail. They should train them. They should educate them. They should teach them So what is if somebody fails in Krishna consciousness? It is the problem of the preacher, or they have to empower them. For example, somebody doesn't know Samsaradava song. What does preaching mean? We are supposed to teach them. It's not like school. I won't teach you and I'll ask questions out of syllabus. Then I'll fail you. You cannot go back to the teacher. She said that in the exam is your responsibility. No, in Krishna consciousness, it is not like what we do in academics, what the material world, they are shown as academic. Every test in Krishna consciousness, whether it be given by Guru or whether it is given by Krishna, both are meant for passing. Maybe a little practice, a little education is required. Just teach them and then pass them. Ask them to repeat. So whenever there is an exam in Krishna consciousness, there must be a supportive training team. The supportive training team should see that what is that he is lagging, that which is a shortcoming in the preaching. Who preached him? Whoever has preached him, whoever has brought him to Krishna consciousness. This person has developed faith. Adau Shraddha, Tasadu Sanka. Ata Bhajana Kriya. Third comes Bhajana Kriya. So if there's a failure in Bhajana Kriya, then there must be some practical difficulty, somebody has not taught him some process in Krishna consciousness. Maybe he doesn't know the sloka or he doesn't know the song. Just teach him, ask him to hear, empower him, make him learn, and then do pass him. That's it. So Guru Maharaj just told this, that nobody can fail. Nobody should be failed also. So this is a very, very beautiful thing. I remembered that how connected it is coming. And here, nobody should get angry on the test because Krishna is putting to test many of his pure devotees to magnify the sense of duty. The gopis were put to such tests. Prahlad Maharaj was put to test and he became successful because Prahlad Maharaj invested his faith on his spiritual master's words, Narada Muni. And then he said, no problem. Anyway, I'm not this body. Even if I die, I'll get another body. And anyway, I'm chanting Krishna's names. And Hiranyakashipu asked, who is protecting you? Then Prahlad Maharaj very clearly knows. So he says that the Supreme Lord, where is your Supreme Lord? Show me. He's there everywhere, in every atom, he's there, everybody's there. He didn't tell that out of sentiment, God is everywhere. Sometimes people in material world, they say God is everywhere. You need not go to temple. You can worship him anywhere. Everywhere he is there. Not like foolishly, because they don't know the science. They are simply declaring. So you ask them, how is God everywhere? Scientifically, can you tell? They cannot tell because their talk is simply sentimental. It is not based on Shastra. The same God is everywhere. When we say, when Prahlad Maharaj says, we know very clearly how God is there everywhere. Who is God? Krishna is God. He has his expansion. In material world, he exists as Purusha Avatara, in which he is Kshirodarasai Vishnu. Then he expands further as Paramatma in every atom and everybody's heart. Otherwise, the material world will not function. Matter is not capable of acting on itself, Jada. It is acting because of the presence of the Lord. All in second canto Srimad Bhagavatam, we will see that how Jada starts acting. They are not able to act. Shaktis are going independently. We are not able to act, my Lord. So when they are praying that, my dear Lord, we are not able to mix with each other, we are not able to act, then Lord enters everywhere. Only then the action in the material world starts. Actually, Jada or non-living thing cannot act actually, but we have a body which is made of non-living thing, earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And how it is acting, how it is walking, how it is talking, how it is sitting, getting up, all these things, how it is doing. Our basic understanding is because soul is there. This is a very, very basic understanding, and it's like a Mayavada philosophy. Even in a paralyzed person, the hands, legs, everything is there. And the soul is also there, but he's not able to move his hands and legs. The soul is there. So he is alive. So symptom of life is consciousness. Symptom of the soul is consciousness. Okay, fine. It's there. But paralyzed person want to move his hands and legs. He's not able to move. Why? It's because Paramatma is not Upatrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhoksha, Veshu. Anumati is missing. He's doing two things. Upatrishta, Anumanta. What is the task of Paramatma is given very clearly in Bhagavad Gita. One is Upatrishta, second is Anumanta. Then is Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. Bharta is the provider and protector. Provider. Sorry, protector, Bharta. Bharta must protect. Bharta means master or husband. Bharta, Bhokta. Bhokta is the provider. Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. Ordinary knight, not ordinary person. Maheshwara. Ishwara of all Ishwaras. So this is the description of Paramatma, that he is the one, is that. So we know scientifically exactly how it functions, how this material world functions, how a spiritual world functions. Spiritual world, to an extent, we are coming to know. In a conditioned state, we cannot understand fully. But because of the mercy of Acharya Parampara, we are able to understand a bit. So the test, like Prahlad Maharaj said, that Lord is there everywhere, because he was passing the test because he has taken shelter of the instruction given by the spiritual master. He has fully taken spiritual master as the only friend and relative, because in Ashuri kingdom where Prahlad Maharaj was living, his father was totally not supportive. Gurus, teachers in the school knows all the students were Ashura students. Somehow he had some friends, he cultivated them. But totally unsupportive, totally nobody, mother, father, not favorable. The kingdom, the friends, the relatives, the neighbor, uncle, auntie. That Holika, people say that the Holika celebration, that is not mentioned in the scriptures. They say that Hiranyakashipu, I think it's in some other scripture. She also tried to kill Prahlad. In this way, he was totally alone. He was never alone, because in the womb, he got the personal association of his Guru Maharaj. He was inside the womb, but his Guru Maharaj, Narada Muni, gave such a beautiful association that it's imbibed within the heart, and he came successful out with all the tests. So this is the secret of passing the test. Of course, for Arjuna here, Krishna is the Guru. Sishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam karpanya dosho pahatasva bhava vrichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta. So, sadimam tvam prapannam. My dear Krishna, I am a bewildered soul. I surrender unto you. You are my spiritual master. Please guide me what to do. So Arjuna has heartfully accepted Krishna as the spiritual master. So, but in the case of Prahlad Maharaj, he had the spiritual master separately. And in case of gopis, the actual spiritual master for gopis, the test which the gopis underwent is mentioned in the 10th canto. Here Prabhupada is mentioning, so I'm giving you from Krishna book. Like when they were all together dancing, Radha and Krishna were there in the middle, and Krishna expanded into so many forms, and with every gopi he was dancing. And the gopis became proud that Krishna only is dancing with me, not with others. That not with others is envy. Krishna is dancing with me is fine. And blissfully relishing, exchanging, loving exchanges individually with Krishna is perfectly all right, absolute truth. But not with anybody else. That is contamination. That envy, that with her he spoke, with him he spoke. Even with Guru Maharaj, sometimes I see if some other devotee is having more association and another devotee is becoming sad, it is not good. We should become more blissful, where we see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. When another devotee is getting so much mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees, Haribol, Haribol, shouting, this is Gaudiya Vaishnava. Who is Gaudiya Vaishnava? Followers of Lord Chaitanya. Who is Lord Chaitanya? Not Krishna. Krishna with Radharani's mood. So Radharani's associates' mood is totally different. So the other gopis, Srutichari gopis and other in Vrindavan, there is a mixture of gopis. Not just pure devotees alone. Not Radharani, Ashtasaki and the immediate circle. There are so many other gopis created to enhance the mellow for Krishna, which is not existing in Mayapur. In Mayapur, only Radharani, Ashtasaki and pure devotees, gopis and manjaris, their kunjas are there. So it is considered topmost platform for pure devotional service alone. So it's like cream. So there, then the gopis, when they were dancing, they became a little proud. And Radharani, two things. What do you know? You want to know what is the mood of Radharani? Trinadapi suni chena tarorapi sahi suna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahri. She is doing that in Vrindavan. Krishna is seeing that. In the village of Vrindavan, she was blasphemed as Kula Kalangini. She was blasphemed that, okay, she is going behind that blackish boy in the forest. But Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. This is the mood. Just forget. Don't expect any respect for yourself. Give all respect to others. And consistently chant Hari's glories. You may be even blasphemed for chanting Hari's glories, like Prahlad Maharaj was chastised for chanting. Haridas Thakur also, we will see that he was chastised for chanting the glories of Hari. But he just went on and on and on. So these gopis, when they became proud, which is like this is missing. So that moment, nothing happened. Everybody was there except Radharani left the place. She felt the association is not okay, not as pure. The purity is missing. So when that proudness that others are not having Krishna, only I am having. Whereas Radharani want to spread the glories of Krishna. Param Vijayate, Sri Krishna Sankirtana. She wants every living entity to realize Krishna. They are all suffering only because of absence of Krishna, Krishna consciousness, awareness of Krishna. So she really want to relieve, so merciful. Nama Mahavadanyaya, Krishna Prema Pradayate. She can award Krishna Prema. She left the place. And Krishna will never stay when Radharani is missing. So he saw for some time when Radharani is missing. Then Krishna disappeared. All the expansions were dancing with thousands and thousands of gopis, lakhs of gopis. Every Krishna disappeared. Then the gopis were looking at each other. Then they saw, oh my God, my Krishna, where is he? Where is he? Then they understood each one had a Krishna. Each one had a Krishna. So then they were searching. This is the test for gopis. But how they passed? Because they took shelter of Radharani. Krishna wanted to show the glory of Srimati Radharani, that how pure she is, that she wants every living entity to dance with Krishna. Experience the love for the Supreme Lord, who is our source. We are his Tatastha Shakti. Even by philosophical understanding, we are his Tatastha Shakti, and the Shakti is supposed to serve the Shaktiman, the master. The duty of the servant is to serve the master in loving exchange, not by force. So they were put into test, and later that they were singing all these songs and all. They think by Gopika Geet only they became near Krishna. Oh no, they were singing. At last they sang the glory of Srimati Radharani. Tava Katamridam Tapta Jivanam Kavibiriditam Kalmashabhagam Shravana Mangalam Srimatatam Bhuvigrunanti ye Purita Jana. My dear Lord, your pure devotees come and spread the glories, your glories everywhere, and distribute Krishna consciousness to everybody. That is the only Mangala in this material world. This material world is full of inauspiciousness. If there is any auspiciousness, that is your pure devotees who come to spread the glories. And then, of course, Radharani requested Krishna to join back with them. And then they found Radharani crying so profusely in the missing of Krishna. Krishna purposely disappeared. When Krishna disappeared from Radharani, she was not able to sing Gopika Gita. She was not in the mood. Her mouth were not speaking. And she was not totally in consciousness. She was crying and crying, Krandan. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, you'll see so many places. Lord Chaitanya's voice choked and he is crying. That is Bhava and Prema. They cannot compose Sanskrit verses in that situation. And seeing that, gopis understood how Radharani's love was so great when compared to theirs. Nothing. They are all part and parcel of the Krishna only. Andaranga Shakti's expansion is Radharani's expansion, and Tatastha Shaktis, like Jivas. Everybody can associate with Krishna. But Andaranga Shakti's mercy is required for the Tatastha Shakti to enter into the confidential pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So that Guru is carrying the Andaranga Shakti's mercy and coming to this world to give us entry to pass the test, not to fail the test. So all pure devotees come out successful in the respective test by the Lord. So our aspiration should be for pure devotional service under the guidance of a pure devotee. This is very, very essential. Oh, everybody's devotee, that association, this association. All association will disappear. Blind cannot lead the blind. So one should seriously and sincerely take shelter of a pure devotee spiritual master within the heart. Going behind the famous, rich and famous will not work. Sometimes we see that the people preach, oh, rich man is there in Krishna consciousness. He's very crorepati, he's there in Krishna. Is that an example? Is that the criteria? Rich or poor, Krishna consciousness for the soul. And everybody is a soul. One time somebody will be Indra, another time somebody will be Indra Gopa, which is the smallest of an insect. So in any case, Krishna consciousness is pleasing to the heart of anybody and everybody. And it has to be preached purely, without discrimination, which Srila Jayapataka Swami, our Guru Maharaj, is doing. One should take shelter of him to be successful in the test. We can also pass the test if we take shelter of a pure devotee spiritual master. So gopis took Radharani as the spiritual master. Arjuna took Krishna as the spiritual master, where Krishna is putting to test. And then Prahlad Maharaj took the shelter of his spiritual master, Narada Muni, and he became successful. And we can become also successful because we are getting an authorized pure devotee spiritual master from disciplic succession. Hare Krishna. Yes, Vrajeshwar Prabhu, I am done. We can go to the next verse. Haribol, are you able to hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7, verse 41. Atopetya swasibiram Govinda Priya Sarathi
Govinda Priya Sarathi
Navedayatam Priyayayi
Navedyatam Priyayi
Shochantya Atmajanhatan
Sochantya Atmajanhatan
Atopetya swasibiram
Atopitya Swasibiram
Govinda Priya Sarathi
Govinda
Priya Sarathi
Nyavedayatam Priyayayi
Navedayatam Priyayi
Sochantya Atmajanhatan
Sochantya Atmajanhatan Atopitya Swasibiram
Atopetya swasibiram
Govinda Priya Sarathi
Govinda
Priya Sarathi
Nyavedayatam Priyayi
Nyavedayatam Priyayayi
Sochantya Atmajanhatan
Sochantya Atmajanhatan
Shantha Atmajanhatan
Ata synonyms. Ata thereafter.
Atha thereafter
Upetya having reached.
Upetya having reached
Swa own.
Swa own
Sibiram camp.
Sibiram camp
Govinda, one who enlivens the senses, Lord Sri Krishna.
Govinda,
one who enlightens the senses, the Lord Sri Krishna.
Yeah, dear.
Yeah.
Sarathi, the charioteer.
Sarathi,
Nayavedayat, entrusted to.
Entrusted to
Tam, him.
him
Priyayai, unto the deer.
Priyaya to the dear.
Sochantyai, lamenting for.
So Chanti,
Atmagyan, own sons.
Atmaja,
Murdered.
Hathan,
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
After reaching his own camp, Arjuna,
After reaching his own camp, Arjuna,
along with his dear friend and charioteer Sri Krishna,
along with dear friend and charioteer Sri Krishna,
entrusted the murderer unto his dear wife.
entrusted the murderer unto his dear wife,
Who was lamenting for her murdered sons.
who was lamenting for her murdered sons.
Purport.
The transcendental relation of Arjuna with Krishna is of the dearest friendship. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord himself has claimed Arjuna as his dearest friend. Every living being is thus related with the Supreme Lord by some sort of affectionate relation, either as servant, or as friend, or as parent, or as an object of conjugal love. Everyone thus can enjoy the company of the Lord in the spiritual realm if he at all desires and sincerely tries for it by the process of Bhakti Yoga.
Hariam Tatsa, so beautiful words and beautiful purport, beautiful translation. So after reaching his own camp, what Arjuna did, who is Arjuna, how the Arjuna is addressed here, how we should address pure devotee, always in relationship with Krishna. Every pure devotee is already in established relationship with Krishna, and they perform everything only to please Krishna. They don't have any other motive. They don't have any other side business or, no after effect kind of things, no personal agenda. Uninterrupted and unchecked and out of love. Ahaituki apratihata. Any act they are performing, apparently it may seem to be material to the material blunt eyes, but their activities are never material. Pure devotees' activities are never material. Pure devotees' acts are always transcendental, and they are all devotional service only they perform. Okay, so from this we can very clearly see killing or not killing, binding a culprit, all these things are also devotional service. Just see, anything can be converted into devotional service because everything is creation of Krishna. And if you are established in relationship with Krishna, then your act is not material. Your act is devotional service. Srila Prabhupada used to say so many times about the grahastha who is going to work and earn money. He said the work what he is doing to earn money, to maintain Krishna consciousness, family and Krishna consciousness, he is not karmi. Prabhupada very boldly said. So this Arjuna here is not actually a Kshatriya. His acts are not considered under Kshatriya's act. His acts are considered as a pure devotee's devotional service. That is the difference between Arjuna and anybody else involved in that. So, and how a devotee is never alone, because he has eternally, permanently established his relationship with Krishna, and on that relationship, love, affectionate relationship only, he is performing. How can he be anath? How can he be alone? Here, on the other hand, in the material world, they may be in a joint family of having some 100 and 180 people in their own family together, but they are still anath if they are not established in relationship with Krishna. So every living entity has the affectionate relationship. Prabhupada is explaining in the purport. Every living entity is having such an affectionate relationship, and we have forgotten it, and we are maintaining so many false relationship, temporary relationship, but we will not be satisfied even a bit of how you will satisfy with a single relationship with Krishna. That is the established relationship. Any pure devotee is like that. Why everybody is attracted to Guru Maharaj? Why everybody is looking, even if virtually he is coming, visiting the home, they're mad after him. Why? Why? Because Guru Maharaj is a personal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he has established, he is in the established relation, affectionate relationship with Krishna. Any pure devotee should be seen like that. Any pure devotee should be addressed like that. Not Arjuna. Arjuna is not just another fallen condition, so they just call by name like that. When we say Krishna, always in Bhagavatam, you would have seen how Krishna is addressed. Krishna is addressed at not just Krishna. So Krishna, the carrier of the wheel, charioteer wheel, Krishna, the controller of the senses, Krishna, the giving pleasure of the senses. So like that, everywhere, Govinda Priya. So Krishna is always addressed along with his quality. The name and quality gives the form. Sound vibration alone is non-different from the name. Abhinatva nama namina. But the name is along with quality and act. Quality means there is action. So similarly, Arjuna is also addressed as a very, 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 very dear friend of Krishna. So when we meet a pure devotee, think of pure devotee, we should always remember the pure devotee in relationship with Krishna always. So that is another reason when you remember pure devotee, you will also remember Krishna, because the pure devotees are never alone. They are not without Krishna, without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So when you remember Guru Maharaj and you don't remember Gauranga, I don't think it is ever possible. So Guru Maharaj cannot be remembered without Gauranga, nor Lord Chaitanya can be remembered without Guru Maharaj. So that is the affectionate relationship between them. And we should always remember them like that. Then that will give you the full, passing of every moment's act as a test of Krishna and not test of Maya. We can pass the test of Maya without, just like a half scoof print. Krishna is telling, if you are established in relationship with me, if you are surrendered, then the whole Maya test, which is aimed to fail you, you can just pass like that. The water contained in the pit, which is made by the calf's hoof print. That is the whole big Maya, is that much small when you are established in Krishna. So that is Krishna consciousness. So to become Krishna consciousness is the primary objective of every act, every speech, and every thought. So that should be the aim of first life. And then we are established. So for that, we have to associate with persons like Arjuna, persons like Guru Maharaj, persons like Srila Prabhupada. So then that will happen. And Arjuna simply handed over the murderer to Draupadi. This is his head, take it. Whatever you want to do, you do. So see the beautiful act. Okay, so Shantha, you want to add anything? I think we can wind up. Time is up. You don't add anything, please add.
Yeah, very, very simple. The last word I want to insist on.
Jai, I thought of it. Thank you.
Everyone can enjoy the company of the Lord in the spiritual realm, but there's a condition. If he at all desires and sincerely tries for it by the process of Bhakti Yoga. So the non-deviation from Bhakti Yoga, and we have to try sincerely for the process of Bhakti Yoga. And then we also have to have greed, desire for so much spirituality. The greed is the qualification. Rupa Goswami is mentioning, greedy in spiritual is always appreciated. So loud chanting, nice, enthusiastic association, greedy to be in association with Guru Maharaj, hear more and more from him. So in this way, also practice Krishna consciousness happily, enthusiastically, sincerely mainly, not for any other ulterior motive, but we have to sincerely try for it by the process of Bhakti Yoga. This is very important. So everybody, every individual soul can have an individual company with the Supreme Lord. And this is a great boon in Krishna consciousness. What we are getting is direct association with the Supreme Lord, but personal association, not in a crowd. If you go Vaikuntha or Dwaraka in spiritual world, you will have among the crowd, you will be one among the citizen of a country and Lord will be the king. But when it is to Goloka Vrindavan, every living entity has a personal relationship with Krishna, as mentioned here, affectionate relationship. Every living being is thus related with the Supreme Lord by some sort of affectionate relation. And that is also given in detail, either as a servant or as a friend or as parent or as an object of conjugal love. Even you can be a lover of the Supreme Lord. But the present material body has nothing to do with that. It has the spirit soul. If you think of of Krishna as your friend or parent, in the present bodily consciousness, I am old lady, so Krishna will be my son. Oh, I'm a young girl, Krishna can be my lover. I'm a young boy, so I see Krishna as my friend. Like this, you think it is called Sahajiya. Because you're not the body. You're spirit soul. You're eternal servant of Krishna, and spiritual master only knows your eternal constitutional position. So our relationship with Krishna is not based, but for as in the bodily relationship, one thing you can always say, even in the bodily consciousness, that is, I am servant. This I am servant is existing in friendship also, in parent also, in conjugal love also. And same way, if you see, it is like combination. In servitorship, before servitorship, here only 4 are listed. There's appreciation, which is Shantha Bhava is there. So the servantship is where you have appreciation, and then for Krishna, admiration and appreciation, and then you serve. And in friendship, you will also have servantship and friendship. And in parenthood, you will have servantship, of course, appreciation, everything, adoration, then servantship, friendship, and parentalhood. And when you come to conjugal love, if there is conjugal love between the spirit soul and the Lord, then there will be, of course, adoration and appreciation and admiration. Along with that, being servant and being friend and being a parental mood, as well as love, conjugal love will be there. It goes like that. So one thing which we can really develop relationship with Krishna in the present material world, without even knowing exactly our constitutional position, is we can be a sincere servant of the Supreme Lord. That is possible. Under the guidance of a spiritual master, we can serve Supreme Lord very nicely in various ways. And spiritual master, various ways. Of course, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, everything is there. But Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam is topmost. And the Dasyam is possible under the instruction of a spiritual master. And when we practice Dasyam under the instruction of a spiritual master, then comes Sakyam and Atmanivedam, which is on Bhava and Prema level. That is not Sadhana Bhakti. The Sadhana Bhakti is still Dasya, is Sadhana Bhakti. And when we practice under spiritual master, that is Dasya, that is the highest stage of Sadhana Bhakti. Yes, the spiritual master sometime may give not direct service. He may ask to construct a building, sometime he will say not to collect money, sometime he'll say to collect money, sometime he'll ask you to distribute books, sometime he'll ask you to know, sometime he'll ask you to drive a car. It will be various different types of services. He may even ask you to guide him around in a mall. But instruction of the spiritual master and request is the supreme. And we just need to do it. And that is Dasyam. And with that sincere service, then we get into affectionate relationship with Krishna. Along with, of course, we have to serve Krishna also by the instruction. Guru may order you to read Bhagavad Gita. So this is then we sincerely read Bhagavad Gita. Then we are following the order of spiritual master. Then Krishna's service is done by serving Guru, because Krishna wanted everybody to hear his instruction from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that anybody who preaches this Bhagavad Gita is very dear to me. So then Guru Maharaj also says that you preach Krishna conscious to others. So once you take us preaching because we please Guru, then automatically service to Krishna is done. Service to Guru is actually service to Krishna. One should have such faith that my Guru is servant of Krishna. He is a situated servant of Krishna, whereas I am far away, forgotten servant of Krishna. So my Guru can certainly engage me in Krishna's service. So this is very, very important. So Guru will always engage a disciple in Krishna's service. So preaching Krishna's, there may be thousands of services, but the topmost service Krishna is saying is preaching about this Bhagavad Gita, preaching my glories, preaching Krishna consciousness, training others in Krishna consciousness. This is very dear to me. So in this way, Guru engages the disciples in conducting Bhakti Riksha, in conducting preaching programs, bringing people into Krishna consciousness. This. Okay, so this is the way to develop individual relationship with Krishna. Hare Krishna. That's it. Thank you. Vrajeshwar.
Any questions or comments or realization? You see, every purport, every Bhagavatam sloka is always, talking about devotional service, either in the form of pastime or in the form of instruction or in the form of, realizations or whatever. It is all full of devotional service. Yes, please. Any questions, comments, or realizations?
Hare Krishna.
Very good.
Not a question, sir, just a comment. I
Please.
found this line very catchy, that all pure devotees come out of successfully in any test by the Lord. And how ma'am was telling, like Guru Maharaj told that in Krishna consciousness, no one fails. Like every test is meant for passing. And you told one thing about Arjuna also, like even his own sons were killed. Like he was not in the mood of taking revenge, but at that time also he was thinking how to please Krishna at that time. And I correlate this with one of the verse of Bhagavad Gita we read. Correct me if I'm wrong. That in one of the verse, Krishna was telling, like, one who remains neutral even in happiness and distress, and one who looks upon even a stone or a piece of coal with an equal eye, or one who is like equally in praise and blame, like one who is situated equally, like, and who treats enemy and friend both like equally. That person is having that transcendent modes of nature. So I just correlated with one of the verse of Bhagavad Gita. That's all, sir.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. Your understanding is very perfect. Such a state a person can achieve not by dint of his volunteer detachment or external energy, only through internal potency by virtue of devotional service, one can be established in such a state. There is no doubt about it. Very beautiful. Thank you so much. 100% bona fide, whatever you said.
Priti Rupini, Radhika, very, very beautiful realization. And we see this is the symptom of one of the pure devotional service. The pure devotee is the symptom. Is situated in a equipoised manner because his consciousness is fixed on Guru and Krishna. So he doesn't get agitated. Very beautiful, Preeti Rupini.
Thank you. Anybody else? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much for your wonderful association. And so Sri Guru Maharaj is leaving for Bangladesh from a few hours from now, maybe in another couple of hours. So he will be in the airport, and after sending him off, I will leave following him maybe tomorrow. I'm waiting for my visa. So thank you very much. So tomorrow morning I may not be available in the class because I may be in the flight at the time. There's a flight at 6 o'clock early morning, or another flight at 8 o'clock. Any of the flight I get a ticket, I may not be able to attend this class because I have to go before 3 hours to airport. It's international travel. So thank you very much. And let's start sharp at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, congregationally chanting the holy name of the Lord. Guru Maharaj has been telling till yesterday in the glorification of Haridas how important is the chanting of the holy name, how important is to chant that holy name loudly. And he also expressed through Haridas, as I said yesterday, that there is no other attempt will give you that particular mellow which you receive in relation with Krishna by simply chanting the holy name. There is no alternative attempt. So these things are very, very important. And when we chant the holy name of the Krishna, we must try to chant offenselessly, and we must try to receive the mellow which is already given in the holy name. So the what do you call the nectar has been put in your mouth already. Now your tongue has to taste it. That is the only thing. That is we have to taste. When we don't commit offense and chant, we will taste it. It is very simple. If you are not jaundiced, then you will really feel the sugarcane as sweet only. So let's start with chanting the holy name tomorrow and followed by Srimad Bhagavatam class by Shantha Gopi Mataji. Thank you very much. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
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 Paditapaun Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Paditapaun Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.
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 Bhagavat Satsang ki jai.
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 Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha.
Kripa